Hey everybody, I am back, Danielle Kumar, and I have my girls, the Crash Angels,
Woohoo!
Juanita and Sasha. Welcome.
Thank you so
I had
much.
to have you guys on because seriously, you guys are the major women in business, boss babes, but you guys also have families, careers. So what did you guys do this morning?
Oh gosh. I forgot to brush my teeth and I ran out of the house and I yelled at my son and told him, get in the car because we were late.
But that's the main thing is that it's so hard to be in business. So how did you guys team up?
So Juanita and I have actually known each other since high school. She was my brother's best friend, and
No,
so she was a couple classes above me.
way younger. Way younger.
And so she graduated from high school, and I stayed behind, and I went to college in Boston, and I did a summer abroad, and we hadn't seen each other in since
Maybe
3 years or
yeah, 3 or 4.
something.
So I have to ask, who got along with who whenever you guys were way younger? Were you just like, oh, she's like the annoying?
Little sister.
Yeah.
And my brother was
Okay.
like, "Please, my sister just moved to San Antonio. Will you please hang out with her? She doesn't have any friends."
Oh,
I was just telling somebody last weekend that we would sneak her out of school and we would tell her to get in the trunk
Yes.
so we could take her to lunch.
They would hide me.
oh
I was a
my
freshman,
Right.
and I would hang out with the juniors and
gosh.
seniors, and they'd sneak me off campus all the time. So we hadn't seen each other in a couple years. So she went off to college before I did. Then I go off to college, and I did a summer abroad in Italy. Literally, my first day, I get lost and I pull out my massive map. This
I
is
love
like
this story, by the
way
way.
before way
I
before
love
cell phones and maps and all that stuff. So I'm literally lost in the streets of Italy with a huge map. And I'm like looking all around mortified. I lost my class. I don't know where I'm staying. And then I bump into somebody and I turn around and she had this like long, gorgeous black
Oh
hair.
my god.
And the way I picture it or remember it in my mind is she had like one of those long, skinny cigarettes and she's looking
Like
fabulous.
a cigarette
I'm like
holder.
literally getting chills. That's serious. That is
Yeah.
so amazing. Anna.
And so
We just happened to run into each other.
literally bump into each other. And she was like, "What are you doing here?" And so
And I said, ciao, parli italiano. And
Oh,
she was like,
okay.
no.
the first day. Yeah, so we hung out. She showed me the ropes, I guess, in Italy because she'd been there for some time. We hung out that summer, and then we didn't see each other again for 10 years.
Oh my
Yeah. And
gosh.
I moved away. You moved away. We kind of went our separate ways, and I came back into town, and I decided to start my own law firm. This was in 2015. I quit my job. It was a really hard decision, but I decided to quit and I started my own firm. And so I was trying to kind of get my name out there in San Antonio and her brother. Everywhere I was going, everybody was telling me to reach out to her brother. I was like, I know Manny.
And
And
the
so,
mover and shaker has been
yeah.
Italia.
I love it.
So I called him and he was awesome. Long story short, he said, "Why don't you call my sister?"
Oh my
So we met on a play
gosh.
date with our boys who were the exact same age. And
Ah.
6 months later, we were partners.
Well, I love it. You guys know everything about each other's wardrobes. And
Yes.
you guys are like
We
so
do.
similar.
We do.
And I mean, like, seriously, it is so hard to find like-minded women. And you guys are just like building this huge powerhouse. And like
Thank
your
you.
guys' branding and everything, I just admire so much because you guys are just gorgeous on and you guys have so much stuff going on. But you guys still support each so much,
10 years
personally.
this June.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, we'll have to do a party to celebrate it.
Yes, absolutely. I call her my sister-in-law
I
because we're
love
sisters and
it.
we practice law.
Yes, that is
Yeah.
so true. I don't think there's very many like women duo law firms either.
In town, I don't know of any. Yeah,
On
I
the
don't,
personal injury
and that was
space.
part of why we went into the personal injury space because there wasn't enough women out there.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what, this is an opportunity. And Sasha's brother, who has been in the personal injury field forever, I thought he needed some healthy competition.
Yes, I love
So,
that. But it's all about collaborating and just educating people what services that you guys provide. Because at the end of the day, what everyone goes through, if you've been in an accident or if you've been hurt, I mean, it's so important to learn what the resources are out there because a lot of people don't realize that you don't have to pay, right? And
Right.
at the end of the day, you need to get representation. And I always say the insurance companies do not want to help you.
Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. They're
God.
Even on the healthcare side, it's like
Mhm.
anything good, which I know we kind of talked about that. You got some back stuff done in another country. And here in the United States, they, really talk bad about anything that is really going to help you. So tell us what happened with your back.
In 2020, I was in a pretty bad car accident, and my back got really messed up. And I was trying to be conservative all along, and then all of a sudden, I just the pain just got unbearable, and I found out that my one of my vertebrae had actually collapsed.
Which is so important to also educate people. Like sometimes you'll feel fine and it's from a car accident, but then bam, it will hit you
Yeah,
2, 3 years later.
Yeah, and that's the
exactly.
terrifying thing, right? Is that a lot of people just, oh, I'm fine, and they, forget about it. Nothing, the car, I'll get it fixed. But if you don't get looked at and checked out, you don't know
Instantly.
right, what's happening inside.
That's exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah, so literally my vertebrae collapsed. So yeah, I went and I did a bunch of stem cells and PRP and ozone all up on my back. And
And
anyways,
it was like 3 or 4 levels, right?
yeah, it went from my T spine all the way to my S1.
And that's one thing that I love to talk about is that not only do we talk about like women empowerment and really the struggles in business, it's like also like new things out there that are going to help you get better. Because
But
I
you know what's
think
really
that,
funny is I was with a friend last weekend and she rides horses, and I kind of started telling her about my back because she fell off her horse and broke her back. So we were talking about that, and she said, "You know what's interesting is they've been doing this stuff on on horses for
Forever, yeah.
forever."
oh,
She said, like the
wow.
stem cells, the PRP, the O's, all that stuff has been done on horses for a really long time.
I guess that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I've heard these people that have like, the jockeys and like um, what is it? It's coming out, Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
I mean, these horses are like $1 million horses.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I mean, they're probably more than that. That was back when the Godfather days, right? But I mean, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
How do you guys balance your business life and then of course your personal life and then raising children?
I think as women, we just have to. It's not a matter of how do you do it. I have no idea how I do it, to be honest with you.
Yes.
I just wake up
It's
every day.
survival mode.
Yeah, and I know what I have to do, and I know that my son needs to go to school. I know that I need to meet these meetings, and we juggle it, and we just do it. And it's really, really special to be doing it actually with my best friend, my sister-in-law, because yesterday we had like a venting session, right? And we have those very often,
Yeah.
right? Where we just, unload everything and and we manage it. We just have good people in our lives to allow us to unload.
Yes, I
That's
love
important.
that.
And you can be late sometimes and forget a kid's backpack or whatever, and you just kind of have to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
Kid
And
will
then
hold
you
back
also have
up.
a younger one as well,
I
right?
do. I have two kiddos, so our sons are the same age. They're like 6 months apart or
Yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah.
and my
Love
daughter's
that.
8.
Aw, and then has she been a little moody or is she just like the chilled one?
Uh, she's my tough girl.
Ah,
Love it. Yeah.
okay, you taught her well.
She's
She
like
just like
everything I
you?
wished I was. It took me so.
Oh,
I feel like I didn't like it's so hard. I think as a woman, and I don't know, like to find your voice
yeah,
and to be true to your voice. And it took me so long to find it and to feel like strong with it. So I want to do everything so that she always has her voice and never really shuts it down.
I love that.
So I think at some point we as women, I don't know if teenage years, well, we're not at teenage years yet, right, with her, but I don't know, like you kind of,
Is
and
she an old
you shut
soul?
down. I think so.
Do you believe in old
I
souls?
do. I
Yeah.
do. She's very wise. Like
Yes.
we'll be watching something or reading something, and she just like picks up the deeper meaning, and it always freaks me out because I'm like, God, you're 8.
Yeah.
How did you get that?
Aw. Well, I think we were talking about skiing, and I know I took my son on the ski slopes, and he just decided to like get up and just, I'm not gonna do anything. And I'm like, what do you mean? And then all of a sudden I see him come down. We call it the taco, like whenever you go down the ski slopes. He wasn't even hurt. They
Oh,
picked
he
him
was
up
on the gurney, whatever. Yeah.
because he
I
just
mean,
didn't want to ski anymore.
that's funny.
That is like raising your kid way too spoiled. Like I am so embarrassed to even say this story. And I was like, and then like all of a sudden he was like, I was gonna go to the spa. I had to like, and I was like,
That's
what
really
happened?
funny.
And to me, I'm like, he's like, I'm done. I'm gonna be. And then all of a sudden, like 5 minutes later, he's coming down. I'm like, did you get injured? And he's like, I'm just really tired.
So
I'm like,
did he stop
you
somebody and
literally took the
say,
taco down the hill.
Did he stop somebody and say, "I'm injured"?
Yes.
Like, oh my
And then all of a sudden I saw him like coming down the hill in the taco, the injured
Right.
taco.
That's pretty funny.
I'm like, Aiden,
Well, look, I'm not gonna say anything because the last time I went skiing with my husband, I hadn't been skiing in forever, and we go skiing, and we're going up the slope in the lift, and I kept on telling my husband, "It's been like 10 years since I skied last. Like, let me start at green." He's like, "Oh, don't worry, we're green." And we get there, and it is like the most mortifying mountain when I look down. I go down a little
like
ways,
flat.
feel like I'm like losing control. I literally took off my skis
and
and
walk
start
down.
walking
Yeah.
down.
Well, good for you. I mean, it
Well,
hurts.
no, she could have taken the taco down, right? I mean, right, come on. Your son's not so I think it's probably pretty smart.
No, my wonderful husband found the taco and sent him.
I
Go get the girl.
love that, the injured taco.
That's so funny. Now I'm never gonna forget that, the taco. Every time I see it, it's a taco. Good call.
It is so hard though, raising kids and like the things that they come up with. It's just wild.
It is wild.
It's like crazier than any clients we have to deal with.
Yeah, but it
You
also
know?
gives you an appreciation for your clients, you know, like once, I had well, once I had my son, I think I kind of am more empathetic,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And it really, yeah,
I agree.
it changes you.
But wait till they start dating.
Oh, no,
I'm
I
dealing
know.
with that right now, and it's really sad. I'm like, oh man, what is this world going to? And they feel like they're so old and knowledgeable, and
Yeah.
it's beyond their
We
years.
were probably there too when you were that age.
Yes, that's so true. We're like the old ones now. We were young once.
Yeah.
How do you guys separate your guys' friendship and then the business?
So I feel like we've done that very, very well. um,
Most days.
most
I like
days.
that.
No, and I think in all those days we've even developed it, and it's become even stronger. I think you have to have a solid base. And when we came into it, I knew the person that she was. I have to say, Sasha is a daring risk. She's a risk taker. I am not. And so it really we balanced each other out. I was fine where I was at. I was, working at New Star, taking on contract work. I had also left the law firm that I was at, but I was comfortable there, and I was terrified to start my own practice. She pulled me out of my shell and said, "Let's do this." And I was like, "I don't know what we're doing, but sure, let's do it.
I
Let's take a
love
stab at it."
that.
And so
So you guys really push each other.
we absolutely push each other. We
Pulls
absolutely,
me in sometimes too because I'm there. I'm like, let's do this.
and we
I
have
lo-
uncomfortable discussions all the time. And what I always, when I walk away from those discussions, they're always uncomfortable, right? Because it's difficult to talk to somebody about, money, or how we're handling this, or just topics that are not enjoyable to talk about, right? Um, and I always walk away from those conversations feeling like, God, we are so great. Like we are more solid than ever because we can have the uncomfortable discussion and still walk away and say, but we're doing this for the greater purpose of our business.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So I think to answer your question, I think it's a combined thing. It's because we have a great friendship and we have a really very solid foundation. We also have been able to build on top of that a strong business.
And I'm sure communication is key.
Communication is key. I think what happened there for a while and what tends to happen is we get so focused on the business that we lose
Yeah.
like talking like friends, and then we have to remind each other like, "No, no, okay, let's connect as friends and let's like park the business conversations for a little bit." And I think that's also a struggle.
That is a big struggle.
And we're going on a
More
retreat.
for her than for me.
Oh yes, tell us
I'm
about
always
your
like, shut up. I don't want to talk about
retreat.
business. And she's like, no, let's talk about, like, let's strategize. And I'm like, oh.
Yeah, we're going to a retreat in March to Miraval.
Oh my
Very excited.
goodness. What do you know about it?
I know nothing. She knows more.
And I don't know much
I know
about it.
everything about it, but we'll talk about that the next time you guys come on because I bet you guys are going to have a fabulous time. It's Women's Month, and you guys really do like showcase the whole embodiment of like women empowerment and helping each other. And kind of us women, we're a little feisty, as you men know. I won't be talking just bad about men, but like, there is that whole world of us bringing everything back in and supporting each other. So anyway, so we're going to be doing our event, cocktails, contouring, and coffee. April 17th. We're not going to put an end time like it's white people do. We will just see where the event goes, but I do think it's only going to be about a 2-3 hour event. Yeah. Anyways, but thank you guys so much for coming on. I really appreciate it. And let's definitely get ready for our cocktails, coffee, and contouring event. And cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Yay.